some her age, were happy, genuinely happy and content. Sumedha was visiting Aarti Homes with her mom. Aarti Homes is a haven for girls. It's in rural Andhra Pradesh in India. Abandoned at birth, teenagers fleeing abuse, or escaping the threat of being sold. These girls come with nothing. Here, they find refuge. They find love. They find connection. They find belonging. There is a shared understanding of deep suffering. And through all this, they find hope, resilience, the power of being together. They study hard, they work hard, they support each other, and they can laugh. They laugh easily. This visit transformed Sumedha forever. It ignited a recognition of her own privilege and a burning desire to do something, to make a change. Today, we have the honor and privilege of speaking with Sandhya ji. She's a founder of Aarti Homes, Aarti School, and now Aarti Village. We will delve into how these girls find hope among so much trauma and suffering. You will experience their journey of transformation. We will also discuss the systemic issues that plague us. And we'll explore with Sandhya ji the ways to create positive change. Societies and cultures evolve through deliberate effort. And this conversation, I hope, will make you consider in your role in that evolution. Aarti actually began 31 years ago when Sandhya ji found a girl abandoned, a 3-year-old, on the side of a road, left to die. She picked her up, and when she couldn't find a safe home for her, she brought her to her own house. That one became 6, and now there are 6,000 girls. Tragically, only girls are abandoned, have found refuge in Aarti homes. Sandhya ji's vision extends beyond providing shelter and food and education and future for these girls. She considers them just a few. She recognizes that many more don't find safety and hope like Aarti homes. She is working to create a fundamental shift in how society views its daughters. Geeta, Sumedha's mother, is an active volunteer and a project steward for Asha for Education. Asha for Education is a US nonprofit which funds Aarti schools as one of their projects. Geeta has visited Aarti homes and school many times and will join us in that conversation with Sandhya ji. Together, they create magic. We will begin by exploring the inspiration behind the name itself, the name Aarti, a story that sent shivers down my spine. I hope you feel inspired and motivated for action. So, Sandhya ji, you were telling us about how the name Aarti Homes, because it was the Vijaya Foundation, right, in the beginning, which is
Yeah.
success. And then it became Aarti Homes, and your niece, it came after her name. Is it? Can you please share with us on how that
Yeah. We
transition
started
happened?
as a Vijay Foundation Trust because it is success. No, Vijay is success. But, you know, our first donor, one of the first donors, Aarti, she passed away my niece passed away in an accident.
Hmm.
She was just 16 years old.
Oh.
So that was one thing. And she did fundraising in the school there and sent about $501 from US at that point of time. So when she passed away, we thought under the umbrella of Aarti, we will. I mean, it is a very sad story. We started Aarti Home, which a shelter to the abandoned and I don't like to say orphaned, abandoned and needy children.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
can
So
say that she lives on.
Hmm. That's
Aarti
very
lives
sad.
on.
she's there. She's there with
Yes,
us. She
that's true.
lives with us. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So everything in her name, Aarti Home, and followed by Aarti School. Then we got an idea of Aarti Village because everybody were living in one single roof. When we entered Aarti Home, we got the land and everything. All that is a history, no, a big story. So after that, we built the our own mm, house, a big house, and went to the Aarti home in 1996. Then after that, after it was going on, shelter was going on. We saw so many mothers leaving the children and orphaned, and we saw so many girls being orphaned. If it was natural phenomena, boys and girls should be equal,
Hmm. Hmm.
but very few boys
Hmm.
and girls were more than the boys.
Hmm.
That shows that if the girl is orphaned, she is just thrown out. I
Hmm.
mean, if the girl, she's left, I mean, she's thought as a burden. But if the boy is orphaned, he is always useful to the family, to the society.
Hmm.
Girl is a burden.
Hmm.
So people used to say, I always say, anyway, why should we? She'll go to somebody's house as a daughter-in-law. Why should we garden? I mean, water neighbor's garden.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
So that is the idea people have.
Hmm.
It's not only in India, everywhere there is gender discrimination.
Hmm.
But here, in a different way.
Geeta was telling us when we were talking about that once they heard, the villagers heard that you were, taking on the girls and you were providing that safe space for them and love and the way you were bringing them up, you would find girls at your doorstep, just babies, abandoned girl babies, and, find out in the morning that there was a baby left outside.
Yeah. So the babies were abandoned because one of the child, the little one was abandoned because she was a third girl child.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it was a choice between for the mother to leave the two children at home or leave this child. That was the only choice for her.
Hmm.
The family gave that choice.
Hmm.
So she left the child and went, and we brought the child home to Aarti home.
Hmm.
And so many children like that, they were abandoned at the doorstep.
Hmm.
Now, one of the girl is doing UPSC exam. She wants to
Wow.
become a district collector.
Wow.
So a
Wow.
lot of girls are now,
Yeah.
dropouts, and all these girls. From Aarti, they went to Akasha Airlines. as
Wow.
computer professionals
Wow.
and
That must
different.
be.
Some of them did really well.
Uh-huh.
Some of them who could not, and they have their own small entrepreneur, small businesses.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but they are living with values.
Yeah.
That's what we provide. Anybody, it is not just the money which is important. It is the values which they come up with.
Mhm.
So I feel they're all very happy.
Yeah. 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 And that is
Not just
something
money, but they're very happy.
Geeta noticed too. She said every time she's there, what's remarkable about is the joy and exuberance in the environment. And it's really even hard to fathom, Sandhya ji, that they have come from such hard, lives. Their past could have been so traumatic. They've been abandoned, abused, and there's, so much more they had to endure. And
I
yet
agree.
they can smile.
On one visit, I saw a little child, like about a 3 year old, and they were saying like it's about 10-15 days ago she came in. She was so shy that people even didn't notice that she could talk. Like they were not, she was not ready to open her mouth. God knows like what she left behind. But she was playing with them, playing with the girls around in the Aarti village. And they have these house mothers who are also teenagers, but they take care of that 5-6 kids around them. She was being pampered, she was being like hugged and loved and all. And she opened her mouth and she was talking. And in a recent picture that I see, she's so happy. She's playing and she's learning well. And that's what I see. I took my children to Aarti home to show them around, and my daughter says one thing: they're all happy, they're all content, they are all like, we are bringing happy souls into this society. That's what matters.
Mm,
Don't you agree, Auntie? Like that's the big
Yes,
thing that.
because that togetherness, they all are together, they love each other, and they know that they are safe, and they know that they have love here. And everything is, it's not that everything is taken care of. I'm not talking about food or shelter or anything, but the environment is very loving, not only because of us, but because of the children around them, the togetherness, like, they
mm,
love each other.
mm. So
The
you have,
new child doesn't feel that she's new.
yeah, yeah,
That Vanilla is now so tall.
Yeah, I see her.
She's
yeah,
so tall and she's doing very well. She's studying very well.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
I
uh,
think
she,
each
she's a
we could
wonderful child.
we could do, Sandhya ji, a series on maybe every single girl. There will be a story. There'll be a story from where she started from and what she's doing. But I think there's one story unfolding, which is Nagaveni's story, which I wanted you to talk about, because I believe she's getting married in a few weeks, and this would be the 60th wedding, which will be happening, 60th girl getting married
Yeah,
from all the girls which have been here, which
yeah,
is pretty remarkable in itself. But Nagveni's story, would you share that? And I know how joyous you are and this moment of doing Kanyadan for another girl.
yeah. Yeah, she and her two sisters
Mm,
came to us about 15, 17 years ago. And she was about 12 years old when she came. I think now she's 28, 29. So, and her sister was about 3 years younger, and the little one was very little,
mm,
three children.
mm,
And they got from Jamal Madugo, and the teachers and the head of the village, that panchayat people, they brought three of them and said, her mother is not mentally okay. She's working as a, I mean, she's lives in a temple, sweeps the temple. She's not able to take care of the girls at all. And the elders of the village felt that they won't be safe. There is
mm.
no safety to you. And she's already 12 years, and the little ones, being girls, they're not safe. So they brought, they people know about Aarti Home by then. So they brought them there. So the little ones were joined in school. We admitted them in school. This girl, we said already she's 12, and she doesn't even know Telugu alphabets and English alphabet.
Mm.
Leave alone English, not even Telugu alphabets. So she was, I said, you learn some tailoring, ma, and take care of the little ones. So the tailoring, I thought, would give her some future.
Mm. Mm.
So, okay, she said, okay. And then she didn't know what to say, I think. Then after a few, 3 months, she saw all the children going to school with the
Mm.
uniform, with everything. And I think inside her, there was something which was telling her that she wants to be study. She wants to go to school and study. And so she told my daughter, uh, no, my daughter is the same age type, no, that's why, they're young. People like you are young. So she told her, please tell Amma, I want to go to school.
Mm. Mm.
So I said, okay, no problem. Like I said, I put her in a Brit school, gave her all the books, and then our teachers trained her, and she passed 10th standard. And after that, we sent her to intermediate, that is 11th and 12th, and she got very good marks.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
really very, I
Mm.
mean,
Mm.
I have to tell you something. After this, she did her BCom and she got very good marks.
Oh.
And then after that, one girl, Shamla, she gave her a break.
Mm.
No, she worked in Manabita project as a advocacy
Mm.
person.
Mm. Mm.
So, man, that is female feticide and infanticide project we got from EU. Phew. I mean, everybody used to say, she's doing so well, advocacy. She used to go to the doctor, she used to go to the lawyer, she used to go to the revenue people, police, advocacy, doing the sensitization about feticide and infanticide and value of the girls and no, the education, everything she did for 3 years. After that, then she got a break in Chennai. Then she worked there, and of course, then she got a job in Akasha.
Mm. And it's the
So Aarti
airlines.
to Akasha she went.
Akasha Airlines, yeah, yeah,
Akasha
yeah.
Airlines. And
And
her one boy was doing he was here in Manabida project for 6 months. Very bright boy. And that boy, after she was, then there was nothing. But after she joined Akasa, maybe he is a senior manager of CSR in one of the very good companies and very good family. So he went and Aarti Home Children, he went and took them for dinner, three of them. And then he called me, I want to get married to this girl.
oh, oh.
This girl is so surprised. She's so surprised that no, that it's such a happy marriage. I can't tell you. And
Oh,
one
yeah,
thing I need to tell you, Anu,
yeah,
our children take the support of parents and family and everything for granted, maybe.
yeah,
But these children, they want to grow. That grit and determination is always there in these kids.
yeah, yeah,
They want to grow. They
yeah.
want to study. Now 10 children have applied for Ajim Premji University. They're after intermediate, they're preparing for the reasoning and this and that. No, maths and English, they're preparing now.
Mm.
Seventh is the exam. If at least four of them get,
Mm.
I'm very happy.
See,
I always think of we don't need anything from them.
yeah,
If they are happy, all of us are happy, isn't it?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
seeing this, you even listening to this, you're so happy.
yeah,
Seeing
yeah,
this, Gita is happy.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the world will be a happy place if all these souls a value with values, they come out and they spread
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. And
values.
I see some girls want to come back to Aarti home and work too. I have spoken to one or two girls myself. Like they say, like we want to come back and work at Aarti home, but before that, we want to make ourselves worthy. Like we want to study and be ready to come back and work for Aarti. So even the people who are working, like who are out of Aarti home now, they come back at every festival and they celebrate with the children.
They come for Diwali. It's a big
Yeah.
day for all of us.
Yeah,
And it's
it was
like a family
Satvika
reunion.
or there was one girl that I was speaking to last year. Like she spoke really confidently about like I'll come back
Saumika,
work.
na?
Yeah,
Saumika.
Saumika. Yeah, Saumika.
Yeah, she wrote group two on Sunday, and then
Wow.
she might write group one. She'll get something or the other. She's a very gritty child. She
Mm.
came
Yes.
here when she was 10 months old.
Wow.
She's very, very happy child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
And
amazing.
all of them are happy because they have each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then when they go out to Anu,
Mm.
when they're out in the families, if one is having some problem, everybody will get together.
Mm.
Like, it's like a big sisterhood,
Yeah. Yeah.
brothers and sisters. Their
Yeah.
husbands become brothers to the other people, so other children. And they only when there is when they cannot solve an issue, they come to us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's all, you know, taken care of. Like, but I'll be informed. We'll be informed
Yeah.
what's happening and all that.
Yeah.
And of course, on the festival days, they come.
Yeah.
For deliveries, they come.
This is home
And
for
the
them.
first
This
birthday,
this
yeah, yeah.
this
Oh,
is their home.
Deliveries, no, they don't have anybody. The deliveries have to be conducted by us. So they
Wow.
come. But
Oh,
now, one of the girls she has two girls.
uh-huh.
The deliveries, they come.
Oh, she came for
First
her
birthday.
babies, right? To deliver and be with the this is the maternal home for them.
that's true.
Any things, formalities also we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
on some of the festival days, we have to give something.
Yeah.
And yearly, there are formalities for girls, you know. Those formalities, as long as we are there, we have to do.
Yeah. This is so amazing. And as I'm listening, Sandhya ji, there are few things which are coming up for me. One is that, by bringing these values, you are changing the system, because what's happening is very systemic in, unborn daughters are even, the infanticide, and then, girls abandoned because their value is lower than the boy child. And so that is what's creating this. That's the starting point of all this. And you are shifting the system by bringing these kids up with values, and now they are going to change. Then they're going to go work on these projects. They are going to help create that awareness. But you are also creating a mind shift along with in the villages by doing the projects, going in and talking to them on what's wrong about this. Do you want to
Yeah.
shed a little bit light on that? How?
Yeah. It's not only the women,
Mhm.
we would be changing the attitudes of the society, the men.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you one, no, we usually have inter school competitions
Mm.
um, every year. And in one of the competitions, it was January 24th, this is National Girl Child Day. We had so many competitions. And
Mm.
one of the boys from some other school, municipal school somewhere, we gave cash prizes then at that man. And we gave cash prizes. That boy, 11-year-old boy, came and gave back the cash prize to me and said, "This is for Aarti. And I want to go Aarti way."
Mm.
If a
Mm.
boy could say that he wants to go Aarti way,
Mm.
there's a lot of hope for our country.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah,
I
can
know.
you like
I know.
you did some incredible work in the Manabidda project and Abhaya project, and how you brought up the Lalita Co-op Society to help the women to have their voice. That's some amazing thing that we want to learn about too.
Yeah. The women in Manabita project was very fantastic project. Like, we applied for this uh, for EU, not knowing we would get. I
Hmm.
never thought we would get the project. We got the project. And
Hmm.
for 5 years, for 3 years, we worked. We went to each and every mandal to work.
Hmm.
And our children, I know, our older children who finished their intermediate and even just like Nagaveni and all, they said we want to take a break and work.
Hmm.
Just Saumika now is doing his thing. She said, I want to take break and work because I don't want anybody to be like me.
Hmm.
Just because I got Aarti home, I'm safe. But there's
Hmm.
so many people who are not safe. So I want to go and work in this project. I was not happy. I said, you got engineering seat, Saumika. Go and study.
Hmm.
She said, no, I want to work. Then, okay. I said, okay. And all these people became project officers for
Hmm.
each mandal. 5 mandals, one project. They did sensitization. They stopped abortions. I mean, the dropouts became less,
Hmm.
the girl dropouts. Child marriages, they worked on child marriages. When people like us, Anu, go and tell in the villages to do this and this, not to abort the girl child, not to drop out, and they said so many, you are very well off. You will say so many things. You don't know our problems.
Hmm.
But when our children went and spoke to them, the cord connected, the inner cord connected with them. They listened.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
listened. And
Because.
one they used to call them Manabidda. Even the officials used to call them Manabidda. Manabidda is our child, my
Hmm.
child.
Hmm.
So one day, one MRO, Mandal Revenue Officer, calls the girl who study, doing as project officer. He says, Amma, the sex ratio this month has really shown up very well. Girls,
Hmm.
uh, she's after all 18,
Yes.
and the Mandal Revenue Officer is calling and telling her about this.
Ah. Ah.
So we couldn't, they could make so much of difference than what we could.
Hmm. Hmm.
Real.
Hmm.
It is 360 degrees.
Hmm. Hmm.
They made a lot of difference. So if
Hmm.
one uh, light is lighted,
Hmm.
so many, several people,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah. With
enough.
that light.
So that's so satisfying to know that even Nagavani worked in Manabita. She worked as a warden for the Aarti home
Hmm.
for 1 year. Everybody loves her during the engagement. I
Hmm.
can't tell you how festive it was.
Wow. Wow.
I wasn't there
Uh-huh.
till fourth, fifth
Uh,
was the engagement, and only children arranged everything.
wow.
And the teachers, they formed
Wow.
the groups and everything. And then one is reception group, one is this group, one is that group. All with we gave them saris and the
Oh, wow.
Indian dresses, and I
Wow.
can't. I think it was fantastic.
Yeah. I feel
Very
I'm.
Aarti
fantastic.
School is also Aarti School is also doing a great job by supporting not only the Aarti home children, but also the children from around, like the slums around, and underprivileged children from the families. And tell us more about Aarti School. Actually, Aarti School is doing a great job.
Actually, what happens, Gita, when it's shelter is institutionalization. Shelter is institution,
Hmm.
isn't it? We
Hmm.
went to from Aarti home, we went to Aarti village, and
Hmm.
we have 9 cottages. In each cottage, there'll be about 12 to 15 children,
Hmm.
and one house mother and sisters and all this, different age groups.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, we might have community based of living in Aarti village, but still institution is an institution. So we try and counsel the children and the families, visit their houses, and see that they absorb them into their communities. Like, maybe one single parent child, or maybe something else. Maybe they're not able to educate. We'll say we'll do everything. Till morning, let them come to the school. We'll take care of everything. Only for dinner, night, let them have their home. Home is a home,
That's true.
isn't it? Family is family. Of course, they may be happy here, but we might say we are mothers. How can we? Tell me. No,
Right.
no, no, we
So
can't.
this is after COVID situations
Yeah, even
around
before
God.
COVID, also we had family care.
I see.
So we still, we have now 800 kids in the family care. Apart from the shelter, house visits happen, they're taken care of. And yesterday, there was a great science fair today also. So two children, brother and sister, uh, they didn't come with uniform. We keep talking to them and then visiting them. This happened very recently, maybe in 10, 15 days. Then they said some domestic problem. They fought with each other. And it seems every day the father used to come and something, all that. And the mother spilled something on the father. Judicial custody, the house is locked. Mother is in the jail. They didn't have the uniform is in that house. So then today we decided that we'll give uniforms to everyone. Lot of children are having only one pair of uniform and they're not having shoes. I think last year we gave, I thought it will be for 2 years, but it was not possible, I think. So I'm keeping 3 machines there at Lalita Corp people and then getting 2 pairs of uniforms for every single child, including shoes, socks, everything. So I said by April end, everything should be done. Deadline. So
Needs are
each
taken care
child
of,
is
Anu.
different story, Anu.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one story is not, when you see the hair, see, it seems two hairs, they seem to be same, but two are different.
Every hair is different.
Every hair is different.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Every
So
child is different, unique
every
needs.
child is different.
Those
One
children,
fellow
the good
yesterday,
part is they are taken care of at Aarti school. They are being given education and along with it values and all good things. And also like very healthy, nutritious food as well. Like they are being given lunch and breakfast at Aarti home and with along with snacks. Like the children come there happily and some of the parents want to send them so they can have food there. Like, they will be
yeah,
fed.
yeah. No, once I went to the village, one village, and the very small huts and all that. One little child, she kept running, come to my house. And then when we went there, she showed a small cot and a little stove, like not stove, the mud stove, and said, "This is ours. This is this." And then she was saying, "They're giving eggs in the school. They're giving milk in the school."
Yeah, yeah,
So they're so happy that we're giving good food. They
yeah,
love
yeah.
the food in the school, I tell you. They
And I think,
love the food. We give fruit, we give egg, thrice a week we give egg. And I think almost 3 times uh, we give a sweet, evening snack, all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
And I
morning
think the
breakfast.
most wonderful part is that we are creating sustainability in the system. So, that way the families are shifting instead of,
Mm,
bringing these kids home to Aarti homes, have them in their homes, but
Yeah,
provide all the infrastructure and system
that's right.
to
Yeah.
support them so that even parents are excited to send them to school
Yes.
That's right.
when
And
they're,
Yeah.
and another thing, the parents want to do something.
yeah.
That's one great thing. So one parent, he has a half acre of land. It seems he's growing some vegetables. He comes and gives vegetables, and he doesn't want anybody to know.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so
Hmm.
the communities are coming together because they trust Aarti. Aarti has that kind of
Yeah.
reach out within the
Correct.
community.
And
They believe.
about during COVID also, after COVID, one of the ready-made shops, they left the clothes near the gate,
Hmm.
the ready-made clothes, chudidars and frocks and everything. And when watchman asked the
Hmm.
name and the particulars, he said, no, no, don't tell anyone. They left.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And during COVID, the auto fellows, everyone, nobody took money for the
Wow.
transport.
Wow. Wow. So there's that feeling
And
of community.
we really feel so good and I can't tell you how I feel. No, everybody coming together to, they're so, I mean, supportive and love, energy flowed in the COVID time.
Yeah. 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 So
That was,
transition. Yeah.
that was, no, 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 no. You really, when you see here, you can't stop the tears in your eyes, like, how people come and help. Little people, they don't want their names to be there. They come and give bananas, and they
Yeah.
said, no name, no name.
And whatever they can afford, it's not that they are poor themselves, and yet they are giving this because they know that this is the right place, this is the right cause to support. So transitioning to very last part is, what do you see as the big challenges for you in the future, and how can we support people who are sitting far away but want to do something for organizations like this?
The women in the villages, we had a big fair, girls and women, uh, from the villages. There are dropouts,
Hmm. Hmm.
lot of dropouts, girls. One girl, Jayanti, came to us. It seems that she was not financially this thing. So after 10th class, she had to drop out for 3 years. So now she's writing both the exams. So I know number of dropouts now.
Hmm.
The girls, mainly girls are drop.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we want to help the dropouts to uh, make it to 10th standard.
Hmm.
If they study, if they get 10th standard certificate, they'll be, I mean, the confidence level increases. And then they can do whatever they want, the college and the computers and the English. English gives a lot of confidence, I tell you. So
Hmm.
if we have English coaching,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
that is, no, the confidence of a girl is very high when they have education.
And
So
then,
we are able to help only a few children. There are hundreds and thousands more in the district who need help
hmm.
uh, with education.
Hmm. Hmm. If we
So
want to change the system, we want to educate the women of the, you know,
yes, we
household.
want to educate the women,
Hmm.
and women have to be. We had a Sunday market
Hmm.
the other day with all the women in the this thing. We want to celebrate on March 8th the small businesses of women. They brought all their material, haldi
Hmm.
and the chili powder, all organic stuff, and the oil, coconut oil, and everything. No, we are helping them with packaging and marketing. The
Hmm.
10 rupees thing will go for 50 rupees.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So that's how, that is education. For
Hmm.
them, financial education, packaging, how to do, I mean,
Business.
that is education. So when they grow, when they are confident, when they can earn money, women's money goes to the children.
Hmm. Hmm.
Men's money in the villages, you're not very sure.
Hmm.
They have so many things to do.
Hmm.
Alcoholism and whatnot. I
Hmm.
shouldn't say, but a lot of things. But
Yeah.
women, if she earns, it goes to education of the
She'll
child,
put it back.
nutrition of the child. It is proved, yeah. It's proved.
Hmm. 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 So if we can think of, how to help that, just bring that even awareness to people whom we'll be showing this or who'll be watching this, is that to become aware of that, let's go and address the root cause. The root cause is let's bring more awareness and education in the system so that we can change the system from ground up.
The solution is education.
Yeah, solution is education, and that's
Education.
why we are
Mm.
like here for, our organization itself, the non-profit we both are working, is Asha for Education, so it just
Mm.
aligns
Yeah.
Yeah,
completely.
we agree, right, Anu? Like wherever we are because of education, and then we can contribute a little. So I have seen people who come from other countries as well to Aarti Home and contribute their whatever they have, like their education, their knowledge, they share and they teach the children. And sometimes they provide, like financial support. Sometimes they teach and they get their valuable things, like valuable thoughts into the children. So that is also helpful. So as all of us are watching this, like we can also contribute in ways like sharing your interests and sharing your knowledge as well. So that will also help
And our
shape the
Long term
children's
ongoing,
future.
volunteers, long term volunteers who
yeah,
can come and work here for at least 3 months.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we'd
At
love.
least 1 month.
yeah,
I am
People like
inspired.
you, Geeta, Anu, if you can come for 1 month, it makes so much of difference.
I'm
that's true.
really
That's true, I
inspired.
agree.
When next time Geeta is coming, I'm joining her.
Of course.
So thank you so
Such
much.
high level
So
people like you with so much of knowledge, if you can come for a few days and, you know, volunteer here with all the admin staff, data, there's so many things you
yeah,
can do. Write the stories of the children and help with the social media. If you're here for about a month or 2 or 3, if
Yeah,
any, I'm not only saying you, but anybody who wants to take a break,
that's true. Yeah.
if they can
and
come
and
and do
many of the things that can be done offshore as well, like if you want to give your expertise on something to the and contribute towards
yeah,
this towards the children, that would also be great.
yeah, yeah,
And financial contribution, that goes a long way. Without
It
money,
goes a long
financial
way.
none of these
contribution,
organizations
yeah,
can run. I think if we can't be there, then we can always open up our hearts and our pockets.
Yeah,
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 that's true.
yeah.
And
Thank
I
you.
would like to like add like one last comment, Anu, because I've been, with the project for a long time with Aarti Home. I can say like though Auntie has started it, Sandhya ji with all her heart she started this. There are many people that are keeping it together. So I can say proudly that even if Auntie is not available for few days and she's traveling or something, the organization runs like everything is in place. Like it's not like a one person dependent, or everybody comes to auntie like what should we do. It's not like that. Everything is
no,
running so smoothly and they have all the processes in place. That kind of tells you how an organization should be self-reliant and self motivated in that way. And there are all like very motivated, highly motivated people I see around. That is one great thing about an organization, isn't
I
it?
think
yes,
you were talking of,
ambitious, passionate, motivated team here.
yeah, and
See, Rajiv
committed.
comes every month
Yeah,
for 10 days.
yeah.
And then the school, Durga, Bhagyamma in the school. If I go a little late, she says, you're late. I have to go off. Like, You see
Yeah,
the science fairs. No, really, today the children did so well in science fair.
yeah, yeah. Wonderful.
So,
Thank you so much. We will stop here, but it's been just a
I
pleasure
know.
to
I'll
share.
go on talking about Aarti home. So I don't want to.
No, thank you
So you have
so
to
much.
come and then make us happy.
Yeah,
Mm,
thank you.
yeah, yeah.